I was on mute. Hello, everybody. Oh, sorry. I'm a minute late. Oh my goodness. That was a wild morning. You can tell based on how I look. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mama Love Crochet. Hi, Lucifer the Cat. Hi, Sparkle Kitty AG. Hi, Char. Okay, hang on. My little mic thing is very flaccid. My little mic arm. It keeps moving on its own. All right, we've got 19 people here. I have been so bad, you guys, about reminding you about the streams, but here we are. It is Saturday. It is the first Saturday that I have been able to stream. So hopefully we get some people in here today, and it's midday. So hopefully all of y'all across the pond, like you, Emma, are able to join us for the full stream today. We're going to go like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours today. Oh my goodness, I'm getting love sent to me from Singapore. Wow, thank you. And from Saudi Arabia. Oh my goodness, I feel like Saturday at 1 p.m. my time, this is definitely a good time. I feel like more people from around the world are able to join us. Oh, you just started your lunch. All right, Misty, you get to hang out with us for a little bit. I love it. Victoria says, I'm so happy I caught your live. I'm prepping for my first market next Saturday. Oh my gosh. I hope you get rich, Victoria. I hope you make all of that moolah. Lucifer the Cat says, I have only ever used Karen Simply Soft to make anything. That is nice yarn. I really like Karen Simply Soft. You know me. I'm not a worsted weight or DK weight girly, but that is one of my favorites. I want to get into softer yarn that has lots of colors available. I was thinking Parfait Chunky. What shades should I get to start? Well, Lucifer the Cat, I would actually recommend, well, it depends. How experienced are you? I'm going to start crocheting while I chat. How experienced are you? Because if you've never made any like plushie before, I would actually start with going to like Walmart and getting Bernat blanket and starting with that, because I do love Parfait Chunky, but it does shed like crazy and it is very slippery. So if it is like, you know, you just started crocheting like a month ago and you want to hop into plushies, I would not jump right into Parfait Chunky. I would practice a little bit with yarn that you can frog out, because Parfait Chunky does not frog. But if you feel confident in like your crochet skills, then definitely Parfait Chunky. Or if you want something a little bit thicker, go with the Parfait Plush, because both of those lines have tons of colors and like different shades. That's what I love about Premier, is like they're really good. Can you hear the girls playing? You hear the toys squeaking? But they have tons of different shades and like different colors. So there's a tons of shades of pink and purple and brown. And I really like that. Also, if you order from Premier, use my affiliate link, please. And thank you. Did I get your package? Gina. Hi from Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas. Yes, I got your I think I got your package. Ryan can confirm. He's the one who picks up the packages normally. Hello from North Wales. Oh my goodness, we have people from all over the place today. Are we gonna go down the rabbit hole today of accents again? Yarn Angel, Katie, did you get my box of blankies? I believe that I did. I did. I wish I could show them to you. I have, my entire dining table is full of stuff that you guys have sent me that I am taking to donate. I was going to go today, but I actually just saw the bereavement counselor at the hospital that I'm donating to when we did the walk to remember, like I mentioned in last Monday's video. I just saw Jenny, is her name, and I'm lining my schedule up with hers. And then I told her, like, I have a lot of stuff. And I was like, I probably have more things to give you than you will need for many years. And so if it's okay with you guys, I did ask her, like, do you know of any sister hospitals to you guys that could use this stuff? So what I am probably going to end up doing is separating the donations. She said that there is a sister hospital to them that does not have a NICU, but they have, they have like miscarriage counseling and stuff. So all of those little itty bitty hats that you guys made are probably going to go to those hospitals for those stillborn miscarried babies, because, you know, their heads are like teeny tiny. Okay, Ryan does confirm. Yarn Angel, yes, we got your package. It says, oh, does it say for Sawyer stitches? Oh, it says Sawyer stitches for delivery. Okay, Gina. Honestly, as long as I break even, I'm happy. I also just got my order of safety eyes from your shop. I'm planning on using one of the sets to make the cutest black ghost cat. Oh my goodness, please send it to me, Victoria, via email or on Instagram. That goes for everybody who got my safety eyes. I would love to see what you're using them on. Speaking of safety eyes, I just got an order in of all of these little like stickers and cabochon things to put in them and on the eyes, and I am very excited to dive in and use those. You guys, I wish I had more time in the day. I feel like I have not crocheted hardly at all this week, but all I want to do is like draw and make safety eyes. By the way, I am working on this blanket that we have been working on for the past like 2 months at this point. I am using I Love This yarn in the color Parcel and Bow from Hobby Lobby. It is such a pretty variegated colorway. And I'm doing a Suzette stitch. So that is a single crochet, double crochet in the same stitch, skip one, single crochet, double crochet in the same stitch, skip one, etc. So that is what I am working on today. And I think today we're going to finish the blanket. Also, this morning was so crazy, I did not even get a chance to eat anything. But since Ryan's off work today, maybe we can have our sweet little butler boy bring us some nourishment. I'm currently making a dragon pattern that's meant to come out at, oh my gosh, 70 centimeters long. That's a big dragon. That's what she said. Roxy and Bloom, hello, lovely, from Toronto, Ontario. Oh my goodness. My neighbor to the north. Toronto. Is that how you guys say it? Because every time I look at that word, I want to say Toronto or Toronto. I'm hoping to get my blankets posted off to Simba UK this week at some point. I shall DM you a photograph. Yes, please, Emma. Yeah. And I will wait until I get your package before I take the donations. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I take the donations and then things come in after. I'm friends with the bereavement coordinator, or the bereavement nurse, so I can just message her and let her know that I've got another shipment coming in. Hi, Jamie. Narul, Katie does offer international shipping. Oh, yes, I do. Yes. I do offer international shipping. I will warn you, it is not cheap. But if it makes you feel any better, it doesn't pay me anything. It's literally just paying USPS to deliver the package. I don't make any money on shipping. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Does anybody have any markets today on Saturday that you're not currently at? Maybe that's where some people are right now. Look at the dogs playing in the background. Jovi, do you have a phone? That's like a giant 90s style cell phone. We got it in a Bark Box. You guys ever tried Bark Box? We used to subscribe to them when Jovi was a puppy because it was such a good deal, because every month, it's a subscription box for dogs. Every month it was like $9.99 a month, which is like what you pay for like Netflix. Well, actually it's more now. Netflix just upped their prices. But it was like $9.99 a month, and you would get 3 toys, and the Bark Box toys are such high quality. 3 toys, 2 bags of treats, and then also like some sort of chew, like a rawhide stick or something like that. Not rawhide. Don't give your dogs rawhide. It's very bad for them. But yeah. Our Canadian Thanksgiving this week. Oh, that's right, Jan. That's right. I knew that. Well, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. What do you guys celebrate on Canadian Thanksgiving? Is it just a day to give thanks? Because here in the States, it's a little more loaded than that. I am working out and my downtime. I'm working out and on my downtime making a blanket for when my daughter gets pregnant again. She had a miscarriage 2 months ago after trying for 11 years, so we know it's possible. Well, I am so sorry to hear about the angel baby in your family, but that is, you know what? Silver lining, right? That's all you can do is look at the silver linings. Ooh, what do you have coming to eat, Emma? Off to spend a couple hours socializing with the kids. Oh my gosh, you got a lot of kids, girl. They insisted on having birthday dinner with me. See you in the playback. Bye, Emma. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Michelle says, just got home from work. We had 2 wedding cakes this weekend. Michelle, are you a baker? I always wanted to be a baker. Although I would likely just eat everything. Oh my goodness. You know what? Without sounding too, what's the word? Full of myself, conceited, which I have been accused about on this channel quite often. Without trying to sound like that and keep some humility. I am good at many things. Pretty much any craft that you set in front of me, I will be able to do with minimal practice. However, baking and cooking, no. Have you guys seen that show Nailed It on Netflix? It is hilarious. I belong on that show. Honestly, I would be great on that show, on Nailed It, with my personality and the way that I bake. And it's always funny to me too when people go on that show and they're like an art teacher or something. And you know, when they're like their little get to know me reel, they're like, yeah, I'm an art teacher. And they do like these beautiful portraits, or like, you know, from you, it'd be like amigurumi crochet plushies. But then when it comes to baking and like putting that into icing, no. My mom still tells the story about how when I was like a teenager and I would try to make the family brownies, there would constantly just be like eggshells in it. I'm 30 years old and I still don't know how to properly crack an egg. I just kind of bang it on the side of the bowl until there's a little bit of a crack, and then I just put my little phalanges in there and like spread it apart. Ryan says, oh, you're definitely full of it. Did the she shed get approved? You can tell us. Mandalora, you sneaky little minx, you. I said that I would keep my lips sealed until Monday's video. Maybe I can be convinced. Maybe if you guys are nice enough to me, I'll tell you about if the she shed got approved or not. You're a cake decorator, and yes, I bake a lot. Oh, Michelle, that is very cool. That is a skill that I wish that I had. I'm sure all of your family members, every event, birthday party, anniversary, holiday, just for fun, they're probably hitting you up saying, hey, can you make me some cookies? Because if I knew you in person, I would definitely. Mandalora says, I think the big smile on your face might give it away. Is that better? I'm working on sewing my kids' Halloween costumes and hopefully get some vegetables canned today. Ooh, what are they going to be for Halloween? Let me guess. K-pop Demon Hunters? I feel like all we're going to see this year is little Rumis, Zoes, and Miras walking around. And maybe the occasional blue tiger. Do tell, please. I will make you cupcakes. Okay, fine. Here's the deal. Here's the dealio. Hey, we have 69 people watching. Tee-hee-hee. Here's the deal. By the way, hi, Tammy. If I tell you about the She Shed now, you all have to pinky promise, swear that you're going to watch Monday's video still. And I'm not going to tell you until every single 70 people watching tell me in the chat. My mom can bake so good, it's dangerous. LOL, her wedding cakes are gorgeous. I tried making a unicorn cake one time. I wish that I still had a picture of it to show you guys. You would not even believe how bad it was. I tried getting real fancy and doing that thing where in the piping bag, you do like different colors of frosting, you know, like on one side of the piping bag, you do like pink and then mint and yellow, orange, whatever. And then you squeeze it out and then it creates like that pretty little rainbow swirl. It looked like I had just eaten Taco Bell with my lactose intolerant and non-gallbladdered intestinal system, digestive system. And then, you know where I'm going with this. Of course, I never miss a Katie video. Stacy, you're my favorite. Tammy, I promise that you'll watch your video. Okay, people are promising. Hi, Out of the Barn Crochet. How's that little baby of yours doing? Does he have any teeth yet? Celeste has too many teeth. She's got like 11 teeth now. And she just turned 1. Oh yeah, she turned 1. I mean, you guys know that because you watch all my videos. All I can do is make doggy bow ties. Hey, that's a pretty cool skill though. Oh, also you should make Celeste a toadstool hat for Halloween and she can go as Toad. That would be cute, Mandalora. That would be very cute. I know, I'm so stumped on what she can be for Halloween. It's like, we want to take her trick-or-treating because last year for Halloween, she was just a larva. She was like 3 weeks old. So we just like handed out candy, but we actually get to take her trick-or-treating. But it's cold in the Midwest on Halloween, so I want her to be warm. I also want her to be comfortable because she's like walking. So I don't know. I'm thinking like, should I just go to Walmart and get her like a cute little baby costume? Like she does not have to match me, you know? You're nap trapped. Hey, I miss the days when I was nap trapped. Now, yeah. She does not sleep on me anymore. If she's near me, then she's just like a wild woman. She treats me like her own personal jungle gym. Yeah, I'm gonna be Rosalina. That's right. What did my sister call her? Rosalinda? Rosalinda? Midwest Halloween, where you have to find a costume to go over your snowsuit. Yeah, Stacy. Yep. Or like if it's a warm Halloween, then the kids here do like the white turtleneck underneath their costume. Find a sleeper PJ costume for her. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Honestly, like I just want her to be comfortable and warm. Like next Halloween, she's going to be 2 and like that's going to be a fun year because she's really going to be like running around and in her own little personality. She's like on the cusp right now. So maybe just like a little like unicorn sleeper onesie costume thing I'll do. My girls usually went in those really warm fuzzy costumes. That's the way to do it, honestly. Seeing the tiny kiddos is so sweet, hanging out with candy. Yes. By the way, since this is a Sawyer Stitches stream, and if you guys did not know, it is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. On Halloween, if you see a white pumpkin, That is a sign for lost parents. It's a symbol of angel babies who don't get to go pick out their pumpkins. So we go like to the pumpkin patch like last year. So we got a little baby pumpkin for Celeste, and Sawyer got his big brother pumpkin that was white. And then we stamped her feet on her little baby pumpkin with paint. And then on Sawyer's, I wrote in puff paint Sawyer's pumpkin or something like that. And like, or Happy Halloween Sawyer or something like that. So Rosalinda translates pretty close in Spanish. I feel like Rosalina in general is a very Hispanic name. We could make her Daisy. I did find on Amazon a little Princess Peach and Daisy costume that was just like one of those like spandex baby dresses, you know, where like the top is spandex and then it's got the little tutu on it. But like, again, with that, like I would have to put a onesie underneath her and pants, and then it like kind of defeats the purpose. I don't know. It's like $29 for a baby costume. Like, I don't want to spend $29 for her to wear it for a few hours one day. I don't know. Am I a lame mom? You can be honest. Am I lame for not wanting to do that? When she's 2, I'm going to hand make her costume. I'm probably not going to crochet it. I'm probably going to maybe sew it. I don't know what she's going to be yet. I think she's going to be a fairy. Unless she's like really into something and tells me that she wants to be something else. I don't know. I'm picturing her a fairy. And then I wanted to make her out of like felt or foam, like a bucket hat that is a flower petal. Oh my gosh. And like have like the flowers upside down on her head and it kind of like goes out like that. You know what I mean by that? I don't have time this year to make her Halloween costume. I needed to start way earlier. No, prices are too high for one night. I get it. Thanks, Michelle, for the validation. Tammy says I'm a lame mom. A lame mom. Tammy, get to the back of the line. You're not the line leader. You're the caboose now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Tammy. I love you. You're not lame. Costumes are really expensive. You might be able to get a used costume. Yeah, I might be able to. Foam, sorry? What do you mean, Michelle? Michelle says foam. Did you say something earlier? Nope. Oh, yes, you use the foam and then get a heat gun. I made my son's Sawyer costume from... Oh, okay. Good to know, Michelle. Thank you for the tip. Tammy, I don't know that you're the oldest person here. Everybody put your ages in the chat. Tammy wants to know if she's the oldest person here. And while you're at it... Maybe include those silly little digits in your social security number as well as your address. No reason. Make her one of the little stars that Rosalina has. That's what I wanted to do. I really wanted to. And I know that there are plenty of crochet patterns out there for little baby star suits that you can crochet. But... I just don't have time. 62, 60, 57, 56, 41. Okay, Tammy's 61. So already somebody's older than you, Tammy. Gina's 62. Barbara's 70. Oh my goodness. River Rose, 77. I think River Rose is the winner chicken dinner of the stream. 54 spring chicken. Heck yeah. I was about to say, am I the youngest? But Brianna's 29. And Ryan is also 29. So I'm not the youngest. I was watching that episode of Friends the other day when Rachel turns 30. You guys know what episode I'm talking about? And then her boyfriend Tag is like, I know exactly how you feel. I'm totally stressed out about turning 25. And then Joey's like, no, God, why? We had a deal. Let all of the others grow old and not me. And I'm like, that's accurate how I felt on my 30th birthday. Victoria's turning 30 in November. I am a cougar. I know. Ryan, my hubby, is 3 months younger than me. Saucy. Your daughter's 29, and she's watching too. Okay, I think that 29 is the youngest that we have here. Ryan says, dang, I just got outed. Ryan, here's a fun fact about Ryan, is that he was born on November 14th. Do you guys know what is exactly 9 months before November 14th? Take a guess. That's right. He's a Valentine's baby. Yes, Mouse Baby Hickman. Why, God, why? We had a deal. You're only as old as you feel, and some days I feel 100. That's right, Jamie. You know what? On the inside, like mentally, I feel like I'm like 18. Physically, especially with my autoimmune disease, I feel like I'm 60. Yes, Gina. Blue Dog Bow. Is it Bow or Baw? B-A-W. How do you pronounce your name, Blue Dog? Just turned 23. Okay, we have a winner for the youngest. I'm November 17th, Ryan. I feel your pain. Okay, everybody right now needs to be picturing Ryan's parents conceiving him on Valentine's Day, 1995. Because that's always what I think. I'm 29, husband is 31. Okay, so if a guy is older than his wife, then they're not considered a cougar, right? A cougar is only a female who's older than the husband or the boyfriend, correct? I think I'm still 20, then on a cold day is 99. Yeah, Michelle, I feel that. I feel that hard. You have systematic lupus. Autoimmune disease, sisters. Yolanda's laughing. Hi, Cookie Tigress. Welcome. Oh my goodness. This is your very first... Is this your very first stream or like new to the channel? Boar. Okay. Boar like the animal. Thank you. Blue Dog Boar. I'm probably not going to remember that, but I'm going to try. My hubby is 50. I'm 53. So you are a cougar, right, Hollywood? Well, if this is your very first time to the channel, I am so sorry. I hope we don't scare you away. Your 32, husband turns 45 tomorrow. Is there a term for like a guy who's older than his partner? Is it like a cheetah? I've been watching your videos for a few weeks now. First time catching you live. Oh, well, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. I'm going to finish this row and then we'll do a check-in on the blanket and see how we're going. Hey, Ryan. I am quite famished. I require nutrients. I have not eaten breakfast yet, and it's 1:30 in the afternoon. Do you have any suggestions for me? I'm talking to Ryan, who is downstairs currently, but I know he's watching the stream. Cradle Robber? Yeah, maybe that's what they're called. Okay, maybe it's Cradle Robber. Hi, Katie. I'm 55 and hubby is 54, and there are 5 days shy of a year between us. You little cougar, Lisa. Okay, here we are. Here we are. I definitely feel like the proportions are not correct. It's got to be longer. Yeah? I feel like for how wide it is, it needs to be longer. Also, I said this last week, but this yarn in the skein that I used before the current one is so much softer than the one that I currently am using. So hopefully I'm going to wash this when I'm done with it. I'm going to wash it and block it, and then hopefully it'll get a little bit softer, because down here it's so soft, and then up here the stitches are a lot more defined, and as you can see, it's a little wavy on the edges, especially this side. That's just when I change skeins. I guess we'll just go to the end of this skein. We're probably not going to finish it today then, but I need to finish it this week. Oh my gosh, you guys, there are so many things that I want to crochet and so little time. I literally have 4 whips right now, and not all of them are going to be done before Monday's video. I think the technical term is Leonardo DiCaprio. Seriously. Seriously, Lucifer the cat. What is good old Leo DiCaprio doing nowadays? Some 19-year-old? Katie, if I was closer, I would bring you some of my sourdough. Ooh, just made delicious chocolate espresso loaf? That sounds magical. Max says, not the DiCaprio. Oh my gosh. I have never been a super big Leonardo DiCaprio fan. Like, I appreciate him. I appreciate his beauty. But, I don't know. Like, I have never been, like, super into him like all the ladies are. I love Chris Pratt, though. Love me some Chris Pratt. He's married, though, and has multiple kids. I feel like every year he's popping out a kid. Well, his wife is popping out a kid. You have a cat named Lucifer out of the barn crochet? Thank you, Jamie. She says that she loves my blanket. Yeah, I am already hungry, and now you're tempting me with chocolate espresso sourdough. That is cruel and unusual punishment, my friend. I was proud of Rose when she wouldn't let him float with her, Heather. There was definitely room on that door. I think Mythbuster said so. I'm pretty sure I remember a Mythbusters episode where they actually, like, tested if there was room at the end of Titanic on the door for both of them. And I think that they determined yes. Oh, Henry Cavill? Mamma mia. Humana. What did you say, Mouse Baby Hickman, before? I could freeze and send it overnight. Victoria, I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. You are welcome to do so, but that's going to be very expensive. I don't want you to do that. I've been craving sushi. You know what? Out of the barn crochet, I have never liked sushi, but never in my life have I wanted sushi more than when I was pregnant with both kids. And I think it's just because I was told that I couldn't have it, and then it's all I wanted, of course. My dog's 11 and Eddie say hi. Girls, you have friends. They both got shaved. So that's why Jovi literally looks like a naked mole rat. They're not very cute right now. I used to have a huge crush on Alan Rickman. His voice, yes. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. Sam Claflin. I don't know who that is. I gotta look up Sam. What is he in? Sam Claflin. Oh, Oh, hello there. Yeah. Yeah, he's really hot. Oh, he's in Hunger Games. Me Before You. Yeah, he was in Enola Holmes. I think that is where I recognize him from. And he was in Pirates of the Caribbean. Adrift. Okay. LOL hormones, I totally ate it. The Cali rolls, nothing risky. Yeah. I did have a California roll when I was pregnant with Celeste, and then I was like, oh yeah, I don't like sushi. Oh, Eddie is also a golden doodle. Paisley, you have a golden doodle admirer. Would you like to sign some autographs? Are you two playing? You being good girls? Ryan's got to look them up too. I got a comment one time. I think it was on my my Renaissance Festival video because I was talking about how much I love Jamie Fraser from Outlander. I even have a Jamie blanket. Oh, you're on my blanket, sweetheart. Thank you. And I got a comment saying like, you have like the best husband and you're talking about other guys. Like, that's so wrong. And all I gotta say is like, you don't know about our relationship. That's where I'll leave it. I love my husband. Ryan says, LOL, yeah, Sam is definitely her type. See, he knows. Ryan does not mind it when I compliment other men's beauty. In fact, he welcomes it. He loves it. I know, different dynamic. And I just gotta say, hey, you know what? If in your relationship, your partner doesn't like it when you admire other people's beauty, then that's your relationship. But mine is not that. Ryan knows that I got a thing for Mr. Jamie Fraser. You two are so cute. Thank you, Michelle. My partner and I always end up window shopping on celebrities together. We're a healthy relationship. See, that's what I think it is. Like, if, I don't know. I feel like if you're confident in your relationship, like if we see a hot girl walk by and I'm like, dang, she's hot, Ryan. Isn't she hot? I'll be like, yeah. That's just how we are. My fiance is the same. It's an objective observation. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. It's like, you look at Sam, you're like, he's got the chiseled jaw, like the bright eyes with the dark hair. That is objective beauty. The Alex guy is cute, but I don't think he is for her. Wait, who was it? Alex who? I didn't see it. I too love me some Jamie Fraser. I don't know a single soul on this earth who has seen Outlander and does not love Jamie. I've still not watched the end of season 6, and I still have not watched the prequel series to Outlander either. I'm waiting for them to finish airing season 1 because I would much prefer to sit down and binge watch it all at once versus like week to week. Love our relationship. Oh, you guys are together. Okay, I get it now. I assume Max and Boar are together. I'm giving you guys just nicknames. That's what I'm calling you now. Max and Boar. Yes, I agree. It is healthy. I tell my husband when there's a hot chick. Yeah. Yeah. We've always been like that. And I feel like that side of our relationship, and I mean, you guys can agree or disagree if you're in like the same boat that Ryan and I are. I feel like that hinges, number one, on just like healthy relationship, confidence in your relationship and in yourself, but also like the fact that we're kind of friends before romantic partners. Like that's how it started. Oh, Alexander Skarsgård. Oh, the guy from It. Yeah, he's pretty hot, but I can't look at him and not see the clown. But yeah, like Ryan and I were friends long before we were like romantically involved, and I feel like that kind of seeped in. Like, of course, when we first started dating, it was like hot and heavy, it was only romantics. But then as we grew in our relationship and just grew up, because we've been together since we were 17 years old, and we're now 30. Ryan's turning 30 in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I feel like it's just like friendship, you know? Like, Ryan would totally be my wingman if I asked him to. Like, in the sweetest way. I know that that's probably so weird to some of you. Oh my gosh. Henry Cavill is chef's kiss. I was so upset when he did not return for the last season of The Witcher. I didn't even watch it. Because they replaced him with Liam Hemsworth. Is that who it was? I mean, he's attractive too, but he's no Henry Cavill. And his voice, his accent. Mama likey. Charlie Hunnam. I don't know who that is. Honestly, anybody with a Scottish accent is going to do it for me. Charlie Hunnam. Hunnam? Oh, what do I know him from? Yeah, okay, yes. I just finished watching Monster. I'm like, I kind of know him. Yeah, he's cute. Does he actually talk like Ed Gein? Does he actually talk like that? Wait, now I gotta listen to him actually talk. Because I just finished that series last night.
Serial killer, The House of the Lambs, Texas.
Oh my gosh, he's British?
Jessica, Psycho, American Psycho.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I like him. He gets the Katie stamp of approval. Hi guys, what did I miss? We're just talking about hot people. Liam Hemsworth is a Temu Gerald Witcher. Yeah. He didn't even try to do the voice. See, that's the thing. Like, I saw the preview and I'm like, you're not even putting your heart and soul into it, you know? Like, obviously you're not Henry Cavill. You're not going to look like him, but like, he developed so expertly this character, like the gruffness of his voice, his facial expressions. Like, if you're going to come in and the production company is going to pretend like it's not a completely different person, then you at least got to like match the vibe, you know? I'm a binge watcher. I am impatient, so it's a struggle. Yeah, see, that's how I am too, Lisa. It's a struggle to wait for the next season. So, like, when Bridgerton came out, I love Bridgerton. Like, when they, because Netflix is doing this thing now, too, where they only air part of the season, like half of it or a couple episodes, and then they wait months and then do the second half. When they did that with the last season of Bridgerton, I was like, I'm not going to watch it until the entire thing is out. I don't know. I just like, I don't want to be blue-balled for 2 months waiting for the second half of the season, you know? Hi from Germany. Welcome. He did such a great job in Monster. So different. Yeah, I have never seen Sons of Anarchy. I did not know that he was in that until I just looked up his IMDb to see who it was. But yeah, that was a really good show. Really, really good show. I know that they just did the one about Dahmer. Well, not just did it. I feel like it was a few years ago at this point. But it's like the same series where it's the story of... I never know how to pronounce his last name. Is it Ed Gein? He was a serial killer in like the 1940s. And he inspired a lot of movies and media throughout the decades. Like, he was the inspiration behind American Psycho, Silence of the Lambs, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Do I dare throw Margot Robbie into the mix for Katie? I freaking love Margot Robbie. She's so pretty. It makes me want to cry. I want to be her so bad. I love Anne Hathaway too. Anne Hathaway and Margot Robbie are definitely my favorite actresses. Yeah, the voice for Guyan was so, so strange. Yes. See, I was wondering, I have not done any like research into him as a person, Ed Gein as a person, but like, did he actually talk like that, or was that just something that they were like, hey, do this voice, do like this weird, creepy voice? I saw an Instagram reel the other night though that said my husband can't stop talking like Ed Gein, and it was so funny. He's like, "Hey, you want some Pop Tarts?" It was so funny. I was dying laughing. Nicola Colin, I gotta look her up. I'm so bad with names. I'm recognizing all of these people when I see their face. Nicola Colin. Kaufman? Oh, from Bridgerton. Yeah. Yeah, she's cute. She was also in Dairy Girls. And she's Irish, yeah? I'm pretty sure she's Irish. Yeah, from Galway. She's a short little thing. She's only 5'1". Holy moly. See, I always like, when I was a kid, it was my absolute dream. Hang on, my mom's calling me. Hello?
Hi, I was calling.
What? Say that again?
I was calling to see how the interview went.
Oh, good. But I'm actually live on YouTube right now. So can I call you back later? That's okay. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Did you guys hear that? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's Chris asking if his brother's on there.
What? Nick is his name, right?
Yeah.
Nick, are you here? Is Nick here? I'll let you know if he is. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Maybe 45 minutes, hour or so.
Can you give me a call?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Okay, bye. I asked who Nick was because so my mom's dating this guy named Chris. And so like they've been going out for a few months, and I guess she was over like at his house one time and she was talking about her kids. Oh my gosh, Heather, welcome to the Cosmic Couch. Get cozy in here. And you get your little star badge. Congratulations. Oh, you heard everything? Okay, good. But anyway, so my mom was telling Chris about like her family, her kids, and she's like, yeah, my daughter Katie does like YouTube and she's a crocheter. And then I guess his brother was there, or I don't remember how it happened, but his brother's name is Nick. And he goes, I know who your daughter is. So it's like, it was just so funny. Like this random guy that my mom's dating has a brother who watches the channel, and so who knew who I was. It is so funny. So that's why I asked if Nick is here. So Nick, if you're here, shout out to you. Okay, I gotta go back. Dairy Girls is so good. Katherine Heigl, she is really pretty. I have heard that she is an absolute nightmare, though. I have heard that a lot of people do not like working with Katherine Heigl because, I don't know, she's just a nightmare. Does anyone know STH about the videos? Oh, I think that was just a typo. Does anyone know about the videos and if the Friday videos will come back? I feel like I missed some info. Well, Ocean, I'm not doing Friday videos now, as you can imagine. Oh, Ryan answered. Friday videos will be coming back soon. She stopped them a while back because things just got busy in her life, and she's been working on getting some videos. Yes. Thank you, Ryan. Ditto to Ryan. Yes, I had to stop them just because I've just been so busy. And also, I'm still kind of stuck in algorithm jail. It's getting so much better, but it's definitely not what it used to be. And so I have 3 videos pre-recorded. I need to edit all of them, though, and they're all very long. Not very long. One of them is going to be a multiple hour video. but they're all pre-recorded. Woo! Girls, do you mind? They're back here playing. I'm not going to let them out because otherwise then they're going to go down to the stairs and then bark out the window. Oh my gosh. What was I saying? I don't even remember now. Oh yeah, I have videos pre-recorded. I just need to edit them. I am saving them in my back pocket for after I have my surgery mid-November. So mid-November videos will be like amping up. Definitely in December, we're going to do at least 2 videos a week, if not more. Hey Ryan, have you convinced her to start a Discord yet? Hey, if somebody wants to run a Discord for me, I will welcome that. I am so technically unsavvy with Discord. I am a fumbling buffoon trying to figure out all of the different channels and everything. I don't even know how to add somebody on there. I'm sorry, Brianna, if they scared you. They're just playing. Jovi is very talkative. The little white one, she is very talkative. She loves to she growls, she barks, she whines, she yelps. Like, she'll do anything just to put you in your place. And now they're playing with the toy again. I'm 5'1" and my boyfriend is 6'4". I look like a hobbit next to him. Holy moly. 11 and Eddie was on the feet so fast. Oh no, Eli. Girls, you are causing a ruckus amongst the households all across the world. I thought I had stepped on one of my kids. Oh no. I think Paisley took the toy from Jovi and she didn't like that, so she gave her a yelp. What dog breed is Jovi? She is a multi Shih Tzu mix. Okay, I'm going to let them out. Ryan, I'm going to let them out and open the stair door. Can you lock them downstairs so they don't bark? One sec. All right. Go. Be free. Let me get my nice little pillow here. Okay. You're 5'1". My husband is 6'4", and my brother-in-law calls me a hobbit. Yeah, if you guys come over to our house, you will be in the land of giants. We are all tall around here. My sister is the tallest. My sister is like 6'2" in her volleyball shoes. I just got attacked by Paisley right before you said that on stream. Paisley ran down and said, "Hey, I'm here." Yeah, I don't know if I can handle doing a Discord right now. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I have a lot going on personally and business-wise that I do not know if I have the bandwidth to handle it right now. But I do like the idea of doing that. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I think that we have on YouTube now. I think that we have, like, it's kind of like Facebook. It's like a community feature. So, like, you guys know how you see my posts sometimes? It's kind of like that, but you guys can post too. Ooh, Abdallah Smash is live with Super Mario Galaxy. I want to play Super Mario Galaxy. Okay, maybe it's under posts. I don't know if you guys can post there, though. Hey, Ryan, can you go to the channel, go to my channel page, and go to posts? Will it let you post there, or is it only for me to post? Because I thought that we had unlocked that that ability where it's kind of like Facebook, where it's like a feed, and so you guys can post your pictures and ask questions, and then others can comment and stuff. I really do want to do a Discord. I just need time for it. Welcome to the Cosmic Couch Club, or welcome back, Char Brown. Happy to have you back on the couch. Yeah, let me know, Ryan. We got a lot of little shorties up in here. We got a lot of little hobbits. 5'1", is that the shortest? Is there anybody who is shorter? And do not include your children. Anybody shorter than 5'1"? There's definitely people who are taller than me. A couple of people have said like their husbands are 6'4". I'm 6 feet, which is pretty tall for a woman. I've not met a lot of women in my life who are as tall as I am. I can make a post. I can't make a post. Only you can. But there is a separate section of community. I can. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, PSA, everybody. Every time I do that, I'm trying to make it sound like it's a newscaster, but then it makes it like I just sound like I'm singing the Invincible Star song from Super Mario. But you get what I mean. If you go to the Celestial Homebody channel page, like if you just click on my name, it'll take you to my channel page, and then all of those bolded tabs where it says like videos, posts, etc. Click on the one that says community. You guys can talk there, and I can talk to you guys there. So go post pictures there and stuff. That's your homework, okay? When we're done with the stream today, your homework is to go and post something there, even if it's just hi. The community section has been real fun on Passionate Kelsey's channel. Thank you, Max. Yeah, this is a newer feature, I think, that they just rolled it out this year. And I think that you had to apply specially for it, because I remember doing that. But they didn't really give you any information as to, like, how to use it or when you're eligible to unlock it. I don't know. My 13-year-old is my height. She's 5'5" already. Oh my goodness. 5'5" is pretty standard. I feel like that's still on the shorter side, yeah. I'm a tiny Norwegian. I'm 5'2". Oh no. I don't know. Are Norwegians normally tall? I feel like there's kind of a reputation that, like, any of those, like, countries, you know, Norway, Sweden, like, people are, like, bigger. They're, like, taller, burlier. Is that true, or is that just a stereotype? But, I mean, stereotypes exist for a reason, right? Uh-oh, I dropped a stitch. Too busy yapping about hot celebrities. Oh, there's a new, speaking of hot celebrities, there's a Wuthering Heights movie coming out next year with Margot Robbie, and I'm very excited to see it. Somebody has said that it is essentially 50 Shades of Grey, but make it historical. Most communities are full of pet pics. It's adorable. Okay, well, there you go. Go post pictures of your pets. I will show them to Jovi and Paisley. 5'7" is the normal on Norwegian women. Okay, that's like the same as here. I feel like 5'7" is a very standard height. Maybe a little taller here. 5'8". Oh my gosh, we got our first order of the stream. Also, last week my little ticker wasn't working because we had to turn off power for electrical stuff. But I got it back working now. Oh my goodness, what do we get? What do we get? Oh, yay! A set of safety eyes, a certified girthy sticker, and a Snitches Get Stitches sticker. Oh my gosh, look at you guys. Look at Eddie, this golden doodle watching me. Eddie is watching me, watching him. That's so cute. Oh no, hang on. I'm going to get stuck down the rabbit hole of checking my Instagram DMs if I do that. Exactly. I just want to share my pet pics. Yes, please. I welcome all of the pet pictures. I love all animals. Ocean says, I forgot the most important question. What are you making? I am making a baby blanket to donate for in honor of Sawyer Stitches for a little baby who passes, and then their parents can wrap them up in this blanket that I lovingly made for them, and then their parents get to keep the blanket and be reminded of their little baby who touched it. That's so meta. It is so meta. I remember when that phrase came to be, and everything we said was, that's so meta. It's like, that's so fetch. I thought 5'5" was our average. Let's settle this right now. Google, here we come. Let's Google something and read one single fact, and then, like everybody else on the internet, take it as complete truth and not do any additional research. What is the average height for women in the US? 5'4"? I'm a giant. I'm a monster. Oh my gosh. 5'4"? I thought it was like 5'8" was average. Wild. Let's see what it is for men. Five, 6? No, 5'9". Hang on. I'm getting mixed results. It's exactly what I didn't want to happen. I'm getting mixed signals. Is it 5'8" or 5'6"? Okay, statistically proven that 5'9" is the average height for men in the United States. It's been like this since the 70s or 80s. Says a Reddit post. So if Reddit says it, it has to be true. I'm taller than that. Let's see. What is the tallest country in the world? Who has the tallest? The Netherlands. Okay. See, like, I was right. Like, it's one of those countries. Okay, so Dutchmen average about 6 feet tall, and women average 5'7". Okay, that's what I thought the United States averages were. Wow, I was far off. That's wild. Is 6 feet tall for a woman? Yes. Being 6 feet tall is very tall for a woman in most parts of the world, including the United States, where the average height for women is 5'4". It is generally considered a rare height for women, placing them in a very small percentage of the population, though the exact, oh my gosh, 0.5% of women are 6 feet or taller. That's it. I'm in less than 1% of the world's population in height. I also have red hair and blue eyes, so I am truly a rare breed. I rarely have ever been called short. I was confused. I'm sorry if I dissed any of you. By calling you short, I say that lovingly. And to be fair, everybody is short to me. Everybody's short to me. You are a great height. I'm only 5 foot tall and would love another foot. You know, it's so funny. The grass is always greener on the other side, isn't it? Like, when I was in elementary school, like, I was probably at least 5'8" in 5th grade. Maybe like 5'6" at the least in 5th grade. And everybody made fun of me for my height. And I was always in the back for school pictures. And I always had to use the tall swings and the little spinny bars, you know, that you like sit on and spin. I always had to use the taller one, and then like if it was occupied by a little shorty, I'd have to be like, I can't use the short one because I would literally decapitate myself swinging on that thing. And yeah, so I always hated being tall, and then I always wished that I was shorter. Always. And then as I got older, I was like, no, it's pretty cool being tall. Like, I don't know. I wish that I could wear heels, and I guess I could. Like, nobody is stopping me from wearing heels but myself. But if I wear heels, I am literally towering. Towering over everybody, and I feel so uncomfortable because then I just feel like people are just constantly staring at my boobs because that's their eye line. So I don't wear heels. My nephew is 6'8", and if he kneels, he's my height. Oh my gosh, Andrea, that is an incredibly rare height. 6'8" is very tall. The nice part about being tall, you can hide the good candy on top of the fridge. That's true, Heather. See, that's what I, like, as I got older, I was like, no, there's kind of a lot of perks to being tall. Like, it's kind of cool. And unlike people who are short and want to be tall, like to reach something in a cabinet, they would have to get out a step stool. Whereas me, I just crouch down and then I'm short. So it's like I have the step stool with me at all times. Am I making any sense? And that's true. I can hide all of the goodies out of reach from the children. Not from Ryan, because Ryan is my height. Oh no, he's like a hair shorter than me. Ryan is a good 5'11", and a few centimeters. Ryan says I look real good in heels. Thank you, honey. But then next to Ryan in heels, I don't know. I look like some like sort of dominatrix or something because then my husband is like to my shoulder. And it just feels so wrong. Ryan getting good husband points. Ryan always gets good husband points. Are you kidding me? Ryan's literally the best. That man doesn't do a single thing wrong except for he snores. And then he'll do this thing where we'll be watching a movie or TV and he'll fall asleep. And then I'll go, are you sleeping? And he'll straight up look me dead in the eyes and go, no. And 30 seconds later, that's Ryan's beige flag. I like being short because it's closer to the ground when I fall. That is true. As a klutz, that is very true. I will say that it's like a tree. You gotta yell timber when I fall down. Step stool, I climb on the counter like a heathen. My best friend in high school was 6'5". Oh my gosh. I saw a reel the other day that was a 6'2" tall girl doing the anime lean with her friends. You know, like an anime where like one person's like up against the wall and then the other character like comes and like puts their hand against the wall and does like the lean over them. And like all of her friends are average height and she's 6'2", and it was just so funny like seeing like the difference. I don't know. It was just wild. Because, you know, I see it from my perspective, which is from high up. Oh my gosh, that just triggered me listening, like hearing kids in 4th grade saying, "How's the weather up there, Katie?" What a stupid thing to say. I'm like, it's freaking wonderful. Thank you. But yeah, it was funny seeing it from a different POV. That's what my dad says. He's just resting his eyes. Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm like, okay, so then what just happened? Huh? What character was just on screen? What? Ryan, are you being naughty? I'm catching up on chat. I'm reading. Hang on. What are you saying, Ryan? Out of the Barn says he did crack a hell of a joke. And then Ryan says, Out of the Barn, thank you. I thought everyone kissed it, but I think he meant to say missed it. Yeah. I think everyone missed it. I missed it. It went right over my head. I've always been small and I got pushed around a lot. Is that what you meant to say? Yeah, kids will bully for literally any stupid thing. I remember having a teacher that told me this, and I told it to all my students too. So I said, you should never ever make a comment about somebody else that's negative, right? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything nice at all. And you know what? Some people here on YouTube that like to leave comments also need to know that. But I said, but under no circumstances should you ever say something cruel about something that another person cannot change in the matter of a week. So by that, we're talking eye color, height, weight, I don't know, the proportions. Yeah. I'm trying not to be too naughty if that helps. Ryan. Don't embarrass me, Ryan. People are going to be like, they're going to treat it like they're like seeing their parents flirting or something. Wearing heels is a talent I have not mastered. Okay, to be fair, Jamie, when I do wear heels, we're not like talking stilettos. We're talking like 2-inch like espadrilles. Like I love the look of espadrilles. They're so cute. Or like a chunky heel. Like I do not do like the stiletto thing. Are you kidding me? I'm a lot of woman. I'm very tall and I'm thick. So me wearing stilettos, man, those things would just go straight through concrete. Dude, I'm too fat to have breastfeeding munchies all the time. Ditto. Everybody was like, when you're breastfeeding, you're going to lose weight because you're burning so many calories just producing milk. And I'm like, yeah, but the munchies. Nobody tells you how thirsty and hungry breastfeeding makes you. Speaking of which, Ryan, I'm getting very, very hungry. Would you mind making me a PB&J? That'll be easy for me to eat on screen quickly. Ryan says, don't embarrass you. Challenge accepted. Hang tight, chat. Do I need to time Ryan out? I hate wearing heels, so I don't. You know what? Then don't. That's why, I hardly ever wear makeup because I don't like wearing makeup. It makes my skin break out. I don't like the way that it feels. And when I started my YouTube channel, I would wear makeup every single video, but it was the one time a week that I would put on makeup. And then recently it's I don't want to wear makeup, so then I don't in my videos. But then, of course, everybody has not everybody. People will leave comments about how I look and, how fat I am because, without the contour, the chins come out. When I'm wearing makeup, I can contour and hide that a little bit. I'm top heavy. I would fall over. Michelle. Oh no, people are grabbing the popcorn. Don't encourage Ryan. Ryan needs no encouragement. You give him the go-ahead and he will say so many embarrassing and naughty things. Oh my gosh, speaking of which, I designed a new sticker that has to do with smut books. I'll show you guys on Monday. Thank you. Ellie says, I think you're pretty just the way you are. Thank you. That means a lot. Those people are rude, Annie. You know what? That I always tell them, you guys know me, I'm a smart ass. And I don't take crap from people. So, if I get a comment like that, I just got one a couple of weeks ago. I hope that they're watching this. This would be great if they were. I doubt that they are. But that said, you really need a new profile picture, avatar. I forgot how they worded it. or you really either need to get a new profile picture, you know, the little animated me holding the crochet hook in the yard, or you need to slim down to what you used to be, essentially implying that I'm too fat now to look like my avatar. And I'm like, darling, I have been the same weight since I popped out a kid a year ago. And that was before I started my YouTube channel. You're just used to seeing me in makeup. And then I said too, like, thank goodness that the only negative thing that you have to say about me is the way that I look. Because I would be much more distraught if you had something negative to say about my personality or my kindness or sense of humor versus how I look, you know? Thank you, Lisa. This sounds like I'm compliment fishing. I'm not. Please don't give me compliments. I mean, if you want to. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. I was wanting to ask if Ryan could give book suggestions every now and then for those of us who like to read books that need a cover over a cover. Well, Ryan has a very specific genre of spicy books. And I don't know that he is willing to share what that genre is. They did, Michelle. That's what they did. It's still up. I don't remember what video it was on, but it's still up there. I didn't delete the comment. I just said, thank goodness you only had something negative to say about the way that I look and not the way that I treat people or, you know, because that's what matters. It's beauty on the inside. When people say something about me, I'm 6'2" with rage. It's always the little ones, right? It's like the Napoleon complex. Wow, what kind of life do you have to... I know, to say that to a person, I know. That's what I always think too, like, hurt people. And it did take me a while to grow that thick skin on YouTube because, like, I've been like that my whole life. Like, I don't know. That's just the way that I am. Like, I don't take crap from people usually. And YouTube was different because I wasn't, like, face to face with these people who were leaving the nasty comments to me. And so, like, it used to really upset me. And I would just think about it constantly for days. But it honestly did not take me too long. Like, it took me a couple of months of, like, building up that skin to be like, they're just miserable, probably. Hurt people. I don't know what they have going on in their life. Maybe they just lost someone close to them. They're in grief. They're stressed. They have a mental illness. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So I need to not take it so personally, you know? So our weight is the least interesting thing about us. So why do people feel the need to fat shame? Thank you. And 100% agree. Hello, Rai Rai. Come in. Say hello to the people. You can come in. They want it. They want to get your smut book recommendations.
Sure thing.
Do my shoes fit you?
Not very well.
This man comes in wearing my heels.
Bringing food on a gold platter.
Did you walk up the stairs in those?
Barely.
It's harder than it looks, isn't it?
I definitely almost tripped within 5 steps. My feet hurt incredibly bad. To be fair, you're like a size too small for me, but
That's what she said.
how do I look?
Oh my gosh. Great. They look good. Actually, chunky boots always look good on you.
Yeah, but the heels.
I don't know. How does it feel?
Very weird.
Wait, you're actually going to be taller than
True.
me for once.
You like that?
Yeah. Thank you for my food.
Of course.
Do you want to give them your smut book? But these pants are way too big on me, by the way. Look at these. Look at how baggy these jeans are. All right. Give them your recommendations.
Well, oh goodness. Hold on.
Take them off. Oh my gosh.
Okay, hi.
Where's the baby? Where's the kid?
I put her in a playpen. I gotta go retrieve her in just a second. Okay, as Katie mentioned, yeah, I don't particularly want to share very much. I'm gonna go through my Goodreads account and see what I can share.
Victoria, these are from Torrid. I'm a size 11 shoe. You gotta have a big base when you're as large as I am, you know, for balancing. I'm a size 11, extra wide. And my feet width have nothing to do with, like, my weight. I've always had a wide foot. When I came... That was gross, sorry. So I can't eat on stream.
Also, right when you said you came, that might have been too vulgar for... Oh, God, I'm sorry.
When I came out the womb, my mom said that I had Fred Flintstone feet because they're like very short, stubby little toes. I have had that my whole life. So if I shop for like cute shoes, like not practical, because like none of the shoes from Torrid are like really comfortable, but they have wide shoes that are trendy and cute. I actually have a really cute pair of thigh-high boots from Torrid. Pretty sexy. But they do engulf my chunk.
Okay. I have very limited options I'm willing to share.
We'll just say Ryan has a very specific kink.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
What I am willing to share, these are my official recommendations. The series, the Salacious Players Club. Where'd that one go?
Is that the hockey one?
No.
Oh.
The Salacious Players Club by Sarah Kate. I very much so enjoy that series. It's 4 high school friends that all open up a certain establishment, and each book goes over
High school? What are these high schoolers doing? Where are their parents?
They grew up, and like they're in like, I think most of them are like 30 now, and like they open up a certain bar.
Oh.
And they all have a part to play.
Did I tell you guys that when we applied for the She Shed, on the form, it like tells you like what you need to use it for? And apparently in Indiana, there is a specific zoning, like, for, what was it? Like a sex shop?
Sex businesses.
Yeah. So that included a movie theater where you show only a specific type of movie. So that we could have applied for and put that in our yard. If we wanted to.
Yeah.
Debbie says, "Hi, Katie. My first time commenting. I usually watch YouTube on my TV, and it's not easy to comment there." I do that too, Debbie, so no worries. Saw you were here live and wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for taking the effort to comment. I really appreciate that. I also usually watch YouTube on my TV. So if you do YouTube and I watch your channel, I never comment. But I almost always watch. My entire YouTube account is just crochet and gaming. Anyways,
yeah.
What other books do you have recommended?
Yeah, so the whole series, or the Salacious Player Club series by Sarah Kate. The first book I read in classic boy fashion was Icebreakers by Hannah Grace. That's a hockey romance book. The only other book I will share is called Learning Curves by Rachel Lacey.
Is that the professor one?
Yeah, that's the professor one that I was reading at the Fall Festival. For those that watch that vlog. Everything else is a little too on the nose, so I don't want to share those.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Maybe when you get closer with them.
Yeah. Hit me up in my DMs. Not that I have DMs, but...
You're on Instagram. You can hit Ryan up in his DMs and he'll give you his full list.
I don't know if I still feel comfortable.
Max says you're on our TV and you're both on your phones. Oh, well, thank you. Hey, that accounts for 3 viewers right there. I need a drink.
Oh, true. I just don't want the people to know too much.
I know. Got to keep a little mystery to our
Exactly.
lives. I tell them everything else.
Okay. What did I drink? You want ice?
Can I have sweet tea?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm not going to come back up the heels, though.
Yeah,
Just-
please don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Celeste needs both her parents.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Are your calves feeling the burn?
A little bit.
Somebody clip that. Oh my gosh. That man, he's too much. I love him. Yes, Gina. Gina says hit that like button. We have 0 likes on this stream. We're slacking over here. Hit the like button. I just did. I don't know if it counts if I like my own stream. Come on, let's see that number. How about this? How about this? You guys were asking about the she shed, if I got it or not. And I was gonna wait to share it with you on Monday. But if we can get the stream, we're at 93 people watching. If we can get the stream to 40 likes. No, not that high. 30 likes, 30 thumbs up, then I will tell you about the she shed. Okay? Yours says 34? Well, then we already surpassed that. Mine only says 1. We're at 56 now. Okay, let me finish chewing. I have peanut butter in my teeth. Maybe this wasn't the best thing to eat. I thought it would just be easy because, you know, it's just a finger food. Okay. So the she shed. Do I need to fill you guys in? Does everybody know what that was for? Where do I need to start from the story? Is anybody out of the loop with the she shed? What it is, what it means, what the process was? Yeah, we're at, I have to keep refreshing. We're at 67 likes. Woohoo! Can we get it to 69? Ooh, what's new? Ooh, I can do a members only live stream. That's new. Ooh, maybe we'll do a members only live stream. Well, we know it's not for you. I did not check the sex structure on the zoning form. Okay, everybody remembers? Oh, Ryan's back with my tea. In his regular house shoes.
Yes.
Thank you, honey.
Of course.
I'm going to tell him about the shed.
Oh, and how you click the sex structure box?
Mm-hmm.
I literally just heard you as I was walking down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make that joke.
What would we make it, though?
Well, sex structure. I don't know. There was way too many options.
There was a lot of subcategories under that. I was like, what the heck is that?
I mean, it was pretty funny reading it, but I was like, I can't see
People put this in their yard? I mean, to each their own.
Or, I mean, I think it's also like you can open up a business. Can you imagine that in the square? We were talking about building a yarn shop in the square.
I know.
And then
Which would make more money? Yarn? Or other things?
I hate to break it to us. I think the adult store is probably going to make more money.
Probably. What's better for the YouTube channel?
Well, I think we need a separate YouTube channel if we open that kind of store. Okay.
Yeah, we need to get rid of the pricks.
But
you guys aren't pricks,
we
though.
also need to add more pricks if that's the case.
Okay.
Okay. I need to leave. All right, bye everyone.
I love
Sorry
you.
for turning the stream.
This got
Concern
real wild real fast.
Sorry. Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
Oh my gosh. I'm probably going to go for like, I don't know, another 15, 20 minutes.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. He said that's what she said. How do you like on your phone? Oh, on the minimize the screen so it's not full screen? I don't actually know. That's a good question. You hit X out of the chat and then the thumbs up and then go back into the chat. Thank you. I guess that's how you do it. Okay, if it does not check, does that mean you can't christen it if the box is checked? I don't know, Heather. I don't know what the rules are. Is the city of Greensburg going to come to us and be like, hey, so we heard on your YouTube channel that you're using this structure for something that is unapproved? I don't know what would happen. Okay, so I submitted the form for the accessory structure back in August, and unfortunately we missed the deadline to get on the schedule for September. So these past couple of months, it has just been a waiting game of like just waiting for the city council meeting to see if they approve or deny the claim to put this secondary accessory structure on our property. So I show up to the meeting. I'll tell like the full story in the video, but I show up to the meeting. It was very intimidating. I was not expecting that like I would actually have to get up and talk, but it's like a city hall meeting. I'll put a picture in the video on Monday, but like the room that we were in, it literally looked like the set of some like political talk show. It was like this giant like U-shaped desk with like these fancy schmancy lights and like a neon sign behind them on the wall with the City of Greensburg logo. And like the little podium, you know, there with the mic. And the commissioner, the zoning commissioner, came up to me before the meeting and was like, this is what's going to happen. She gave me the play-by-play. I'm going to talk. They're going to start the meeting. I'm going to talk. And then you'll get up and they'll ask you questions. And I was not expecting to have to talk. So that was terrifying. But you guys know me. I can talk. If nothing else, I can talk. So it comes to the point in the meeting where I get up. I stand at the podium. They are all just silent because they're looking over the paperwork that I had submitted. So like what we wanted to use it for. I actually made it up on The Sims, a mock-up of the exterior, where it will go. So in comparison to the house and the garage, where the shed is going to sit on the property. So they were looking over that. They complimented my rendering. They asked me if the fence next to our neighbors was a picket fence, which is what was in The Sims. And I was like, no, it's like a 7-foot solid white vinyl fence. But that was the best that I could get in the rendering. But they thought that it was cute. They're like, oh, this is like fancy. I like this. They were all really cool. So they just asked me a couple of questions about like what is going to need to go into it. Like, are we doing plumbing, electrical? And I said, yes, it's going to have electrical hookup, no plumbing. They asked if that's being handled by a professional electrician and let me know that permits are going to be needed for that. And I'm like, yeah, we already have that all worked out. The electrician company will go through with you guys and handle all of that. That's not something that we're handling as the homeowners. And the entire thing lasted. Oh, and then they asked if anybody in the audience had any objections to us putting this on our property. And the commissioner spoke up and I was like, oh my gosh. And she said, so we had a neighbor call and ask what the letter that they were sent was about because after we submitted the application, they sent a notarized letter and took out like an ad in the newspaper or something like that to everybody within like 100 feet of us to let them know that this is what we were doing. And they had told me that if any of our neighbors have an objection to us putting the structure on our property, then we would not be able to do so, which is such a stupid rule because it's like it's not their property. What do they matter? But whatever. So the commissioner spoke up and was like, we did receive a call from a neighbor. And I was like, oh crap, this is it. And then she said they asked what the letter was about and I explained, and then they didn't have any concerns or reservations. And I was like, okay, good. And then they asked if anybody in the audience had any objections, and there was only one other guy there. And right after they asked that, I hear behind me this chair like creak and this guy move, and I'm like, well, here we go. He's going to stand up. I didn't recognize him, but I don't know all of our neighbors within 100 yards. Like, that's down the street, and people move all the time. So, I'm not even reading chat. I'm sorry. But anyway, so he moves in his chair, and I'm thinking, like, okay, well, there we go. It's not going to happen. But then he's just quiet. So he just happened to adjust at the worst possible moment. And then all of the commissioner panelist people, they all kind of look at each other, and the main guy was like, okay, what did he say? Petition to approve this variance. And then they said aye, all in favor, all against, and everybody was in favor. And then they did like this roll call thing, and they're like, okay, you're good. So we got approval. Yeah, we got it. So the other day I placed the deposit on the shed. It is, as we speak, being built, but it is currently 9 to 10 weeks production time, and we're going to be in Thanksgiving there, so they're going to be off for a week. So we're probably not going to be able to have it delivered on property until late November, early December. So yeah. That's the story. That's the TLDR of it. So, you all promised me, you Prinky promised me that you're still going to watch Monday's video. Right? So, we'll be doing a like, shopping vlog. I don't know if I want to do, like, a one giant girthy vlog of shopping for everything, like going to IKEA for the furniture, like Wayfair, you know, Walmart, wherever it is, and I'm getting stuff, Marshall's, Home Goods, where I'm getting stuff to furnish it. I don't know if I want to do a series or if I just want to put it into one giant girthy vlog. I'm leaning toward that because I know that you guys tend to prefer the longer videos. So thank you guys. You're all my favorites. You're all promising that you're still going to watch Monday's video. I actually have a really freaking cool thing to show you guys on Monday. It is one of the most complex things that I've crocheted, I think. It is, in my opinion, as stunning as the butterfly dragons were. Also, look at this. A subscriber sent me some Lisa Frank stickers. These are like actual retro vintage Lisa Frank stickers. I'm probably going to hang this on the wall somewhere in the shed. Yes, please. My shifts at night are 8 hours, so the longer the videos, the better. Hey, Heather, are you watching me when you're supposed to be working? You naughty girl. I'm going to tell your boss on you. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I welcome the view. Your videos help me get through the workday. Oh my goodness, a lot of you guys are out there at work listening to me yap in your ear. How do you concentrate on anything at work? What do you guys do that allows you to watch YouTube while you're working? I'm very excited to share the journey, Debbie. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm planning for the She Shed series. It's going to be a 4-part series. Part 1, which is already mostly recorded, is the entire process of getting the shed. So I've like verbally explained to you guys the process, but it's like me actually going to City Hall, filling out the form, you know, being at City Hall, getting the approval, all of that stuff. Designing like where I want the windows and doors, all of that has already been recorded. So part 1 is going to be the conception of the shed. Maybe we'll think of a different name. The conception of the shed. Part 2 is going to be the shopping. While we're waiting for the building, we'll go to like IKEA and get the furniture and everything. I mean, the dimensions are easy. It's literally a 12 by 20 foot box. So, shopping. Part 3 is going to be like furnishing, setting up, and then part 4 is going to be just a craft studio shed tour once everything is done. So it's, I mean, the entire series is probably not going to be done and filmed and out until well into next year, since we're not even getting the shed delivered until December. So if we have like pretty much everything for it though, it might be quick, although I am going to need to add flooring because it does not come with flooring, and then I also need to do like wallpaper. So you get to watch the shed being made. Well, kind of. I'm not making it with my own 2 hands, but you guys get to hear me talk about like the very first time I met with the electrician to get the quote. Like, I recorded that months ago. You know, all of that stuff is all going to be in that vlog. So it's going to be kind of crazy too, because it's happening over so many months. I feel like when I first started recording the video, my hair was like 3 inches shorter. And then I'm having my surgery, my gastric bypass in November. So by the time like the last part comes out, I'm going to look like a completely different person. I feel like it is exciting. I am so excited for it. And then we have to decide what we want to do with this room. I don't know what we want to do with this room. It might, for the time being, until Celeste is a little bit older, stay as a workroom for me to do my cereal bowls wall art that I sell on Etsy, because I normally do that out in the garage, but as the weather cools down, the stuff that I use to cure the bowls, it can't set in below freezing temperatures, which is what it gets to here in Indiana in the wintertime. So normally during the winter, we have to bring the entire bowl setup inside, and then it sits in our dining room for months, and it stresses me out because of the mess. So this room, because I have the desk in here, might just stay the cereal bowl wall art production room. That room should become a spicy reading room. I kind of want to turn it into like a secret library. I don't know how it would be secret, because it's literally right at the top of the landing on the stairs, so we don't even have room to do like a fun little like bookshelf. Well, we could do like a built-in bookshelf door. Wait a second. That'd be so badass. Okay, like a bookshelf that jets into the room, so when you come up the stairs, it doesn't take any room. It just looks like a built-in bookshelf right there off to the left, because then the hallway is on the right. But then it's a secret bookshelf, so then you can like push it open, and then we have like a little room in here. I thought the surgery was a different one. Oh, Sarah, I talked about this. No, it is it is multiple things happening when I'm having surgery. It's like a complete digestive system rework. I'm having a hernia repaired. I had a gastric sleeve done years ago, but I'm having issues with it, so they're converting it to a gastric bypass. That's the short of it. Bookshelf door. Oh my gosh, I want to do a bookshelf door. You guys have me hyped for that now. But I was thinking later down the line, like this could be like a homework room or like a homeschool room for Celeste if we do decide to go with the homeschool route. But Ryan says, but you need to buy physical smut books for the library. If only we would buy some. Because Ryan always reads on his Kindle. Yeah, Sarah, there's a lot happening. Yeah, have one book be the trigger to open the door. I'm sure that there are YouTube videos or TikTok videos of people building that. And that is absolutely something that Ryan and I can DIY, because we both really like to do woodworking. In fact, if you have seen my house in any vlogs or anything, those arch bookshelves that are in the downstairs like den area where I always watch TV and crochet, those we built. Those were not there when we moved in. So I'm definitely confident that we could build a bookshelf door for this. The thing is, like, this door is so finicky. People have told me that if they have an old house, they also feel this pain. I get comments a lot whenever I mention it, like that they deal with the same thing. But our house is 120 years old, and all of the doors and door frames, they are all original, like the original cherry oak doors that were here when the house was built in 1900. And hang on, I need a sip. And depending on what time of year it is, they either do or do not close all the way. This door in my office is the worst offender of it. Like right now when it's warm out, that door does not shut. No matter how much you push it, it does not shut. It gets like stuck on the door frame. But then when it's winter time, the house shrinks or something like that. The wood shrinks and then the door fits like butter in there. And so it's like we don't want to saw the door down, because then during the winter, then there's going to be a gap because then it's going to be too small. But then during the summertime, the door is too big and it doesn't close all the way. It's so weird. Oh my gosh. Nerd Forge. Yes, I have seen their stuff before. Jade says, you guys are so impressive. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Ryan says, all of my books are digital, so the one Kindle in a room full of empty shelves would look weird. That would definitely not be satisfying to look at. And you don't even have a big Kindle either. You have like the smallest little Kindle. Heather says, I vote you and Ryan schedule a night for gaming, Twitch stream fun night. You need it. We need it. That would be fun, Heather. That would be so much fun. I started a gaming channel and then kind of abandoned it because I'm just so busy with everything else in my life happening. My package of hats is available for you to pick up. Okay, Rebecca. Well, the post office is closed because it's the weekend, but we will go on Monday. Thank you for letting me know that it is there. Yeah, imagine just like there's this elaborate secret bookshelf and you have to find the right book that you pull to open the door, and you think it's going to be something grand, but all that's in this room is just the scrap pieces of wallpaper that I'm leaving up and half painted walls that I didn't paint, like behind my shelves and things, and then one little stand with a little tiny Kindle on it. That's all that's in here. Ryan says, sniff, it's not the size of the Kindle that matters, though. That's true. It's how you use it. Our house is from 1974, and we can't use our terrace door in the winter. That's so funny. That's so funny. I guess it's just, it depends on your climate, too, right? Because, like, in California or like in the desert when it's just like hot and less hot, it probably doesn't change that much. But here in the Midwest, where like we have all four seasons, like it is hotter than a jalapeno's butthole, or it is freezing cold that your nipples are cutting ice. Like the extreme drastic temperature changes throughout the year definitely have effects on the houses here. Can we send you items later? I just found you and my project is not done. Sure, Michelle. Yeah, I am really good friends with the bereavement nurse at the hospital that I'm donating to. So, yeah, I can just get together with her at any time. I scheduled the donation drop off for October because October is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And October 15th actually is Baby Loss Awareness Day. So that is when I wanted to donate the items. Every year for October, I try to do something in Sawyer's honor. Like the first year, I did a book drive for the NICU so that parents who were in the NICU with their babies could read their babies' books. And I raised like 100 books for that just by myself. That was before I had any social medias or anything. The year after, I did like a lantern release. I just try to do something every October for Sawyer's memory and just let parents know that like they're not alone in their loss, you know? Oh, and speaking of which, if you guys want to, on October 15th, you can set an alarm or put it on your calendar. There is something that we do for baby loss awareness called the International Wave of Light. And at 7 p.m. your time, whatever time zone you're in, 7 p.m. your time, you light a candle in honor of the baby's gone too soon. We actually have a special candle. It's his Sawyer candle. We only light it on his birthday and on International Wave of Light Day on October 15th. And so every time I smell it, it reminds me of Sawyer. And it's a symbolic, what's the word? A symbolic gesture so that all of the babies who are watching their families from heaven see the world light up with all of these candles to let them know that we're still thinking about them. So if you want to, on October 15th, light a candle for baby Sawyer or any babies that you know in your family or friends or whoever who are not growing up here on Earth with us. Yeah, that would be special. It means a lot to me if you do participate in that, but I'll post a reminder on Instagram too. Our house was built in the 60s and there's one door that won't close no matter what, and then two that close on their own and also open if you open a different door in the house. Yeah, ours do that too. Our bedroom door closes on its own. You guys, I will never forget, like, the first few nights that we lived here. Oh my gosh. I'm laying in bed and it's like creepy, right? Because like we haven't moved any of our stuff in. We haven't made it home yet. And I'm just like laying on this mattress on the floor and the door starts closing. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And then I get up and I open it. And then like immediately it starts closing again. And then I open it and it starts closing again. I'm like, okay, wait a second. There's something to this. It's not just like something's not pushing it closed. Yeah, it's just because of the way that it's hung, or the floor is ever so slightly slanted that it was just like swinging closed. So now we have a door stop that keeps it from closing. Although sometimes when the AC is on and the door stop is too far away from the door, then the door will start closing and then like the AC kind of like pushes it back and then it does like this thud, 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 thud. And that terrified me too the first time that it happened. Debbie says, so sorry for your loss. You are honoring your baby in a most beautiful way. Thank you, Debbie. I really appreciate that. I really try to. As a loss mom, I really try to keep his memory alive because that's all I can do, right? When he died, I remember, this is going to get really sad for a second, okay? So I'm warning you, trigger warning. But I remember holding him. He passed away in my arms. And looking at him and saying, I don't know how I will ever go on with you not here. And then somehow here I am. By whatever miracle. So it's kind of like in that moment that I was like, I vow to you, baby boy, that I'm going to make this world a better place because you were here. And that is the only thing that kept me going. So that is why I'm here today. That is why I am a crocheter. I've told that story before, so I won't go into it. But, yeah. On the Walk to Remember Day, I mentioned this last week in the video. They do like a little ceremony with a dove release and everything. And there was a speech that was so sweet that said, we walk to remember because in grief, there's nothing else that we can do. So we walk. And we say our babies' names because there's a lot of stigma around like talking about a baby who's died. Like, I don't want to remind them about the baby, but I always tell people like, he's my kid. Like, I'm always thinking about him. Like, you're not going to remind me of this awful thing that happened. It's always on my mind, you know? So, yeah. Max says, coming from a family with a lot of baby loss and pregnancy issues, the way you have channeled your grief into spreading awareness and love is so special. Thank you so much. That means the absolute world. Thank you guys for all the hearts. Y'all are so sweet. Group hug. Everybody group hug. I'll hug the microphone since I can't hug you. Yeah, so we like to honor baby Sawyer. And I think once he hits school age, because he would be 2. So once he hits school age, I think what we'll do every year is Ryan and I will go school shopping for him and then donate his school supplies to a child who needs them, can't afford them for whatever reason, cannot get their own school supplies. So we'll do that for him since we don't get to take him back to school shopping. So thank you guys. Yeah. I literally got his name tattooed on my arm. It's like, you saying his name is not gonna remind me of him. I did that so that I would never forget, even moments when I'm not actively thinking about him. I look down and I see, like, that's my boy, and the baby loss awareness ribbon. Oh, by the way, I haven't even told you guys. Now is a good time to mention I'm doing a fundraiser for shirts on my website for baby loss awareness. If you purchase a shirt, I'm donating the proceeds to that to the Star Legacy Foundation, which is a phenomenal foundation. They do tons of research and prevention and support for bereaved families, but mainly prevention and research as to why miscarriages happen, why stillbirths happen, because it happens so frequently. And nobody really knows why, because there are some that are preventable stillbirths, but sometimes it just happens. And so, like, in modern day and age, like, we have, like, AI that can do crazy things, and, like, just so much medical, like, amazingness. It's like, why are full-term babies still dying? And a lot of them every day in the US, like, thousands of babies are stillborn. It's insane. And so just makes me think about all of the parents, you know, who have to go through life the way that I have to go through life, partially whole, not completely whole, because you don't have part of your heart here with you, you know. So anyway, if you'd like to purchase a shirt, they are on my website. They're very sweet. One of them says, or on the front, they say, "Sweet baby, you deserve to be remembered," with the pink and blue ribbon, the pregnancy and infant loss awareness ribbon. And then there are two different styles. On the back, one of them says, "We wear pink and blue for the babies gone too soon." So we wear that in October. And then the other one says, what did I make the other one say? I was going back and forth a lot of what I wanted the other one to say. I was going to show you guys, but the other one says, "Carried for a moment, loved for a lifetime." And then at the bottom it says, "We remember the babies born sleeping, those we carried but never held, those we held but could not take home, and those we took home but could not stay." So yeah, if you go to thecelestialhomebody.com, I'll put the link in for you. You can just click on that banner at the very, very top. Paste. There you go. And it will take you to purchase one of those shirts if you want to. No, please, no pressure if you don't want to, or yeah, definitely no pressure. I'm just letting you guys know that it's there if you want that. And those are limited run. Those are only happening through the month of October for this. Thank you guys so much. I will always be his mama bear. That's right, Jamie. I have a student named Sawyer. She's a girl, but I love your video. But I have your videos marked on my calendar, so I always think, what do I need to tell Sawyer today? Aw. That's gonna make me cry. I know. I had a distant family member. See, what is this stream? We went from talking about smut and sex rooms to me crying about my dead baby. But we have a distant family member who just had a baby boy and named him Sawyer, and it hurt a little bit. I won't lie to you guys. You know, like, it's just a name. It's free for everybody to use, but just the thought of somebody else getting to call that name and have their baby run to them is something that I'll never get, you know? And that makes me sad. Okay. Mary says, "I lost my daughter's twin when I was 5.5 months pregnant. She will be 42 this month. Oh my goodness. He will be, oh my gosh. I am so sorry, Mary. So sorry for your loss. You know what they call that when you have a surviving twin? Is you have your sunrise twin, and then the twin who passes is the sunset twin. Thank you, Maria. Maria says, "We are here for you, Katie." I know you guys are. Y'all are so sweet. "Something I find so beautiful about our bodies are, even if you have a miscarriage." Yeah, this is a cool fact if you did not know this. Jade says, even if you have a miscarriage, like early on, some of your baby's DNA stays with you forever. They never leave you completely. You'll always have a part of them. That is true. That is very, very true. And actually, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but this tattoo of Sawyer, this one's harder to show you because it's farther on my arm back. This is his little face with forget-me-not flowers and then his birth date, 8/10/2023. This was tattooed with his ashes in the tattoo ink. And Ryan has a matching one. His just doesn't have the flowers. So Ryan also has this tattoo. And yeah, I was like, can you put just a small bit of his ashes in there? His cremains? So that like he's actually like always a part of me. So when I look at this tattoo, I'm reminded of that. And actually I have an appointment coming up on October 29th. I'm getting Celeste's face added. So her face is going to go here. And then my artist is going to do like a bouquet of flowers. So with her birth flower, which is the marigold for October. Or no, I think we're going to do Daisy. Daisy is another October birth flower with the forget-me-nots, and then he's also going to add in some snowdrops because snowdrops are one of my favorite flowers, and you know they grow in the darkest of times in the winter months, and so they're symbolic. And then I'm also in that same appointment getting another tattoo on another one on this arm that is going to be Celeste from Animal Crossing. We are still magnolias. You are so beautiful and so strong. Thank you, Michelle. In 1992, I had Anthony as a stillborn. He had a kink in his cord as well. I am so sorry for your loss. And you know what? I talk to parents all the time who lost their babies years ago. And like they still say, like, he would be this old this year. Like, you never forget, you know? And it's every parent's worst nightmare. But then there's like the stigma around it. It's like nobody wants to talk about baby loss because it sucks. It's sad. Like nobody wants to like just sit here at 3 p.m. on a Saturday and be crying about somebody else's kid, you know? And like, I understand that, but it's so important to talk about because a lot of the times they're completely preventable things from happening. So, and you'd also be surprised how many people you might not know in your own personal circle who have lost a baby and they just don't talk about it. I remember like when I posted on social media right after Sawyer passed, and I got so many messages from people who I haven't talked to in years who said like, last year we also lost ours. Like, and I didn't even know that because like they didn't talk about it. They didn't post about it on social media. And like, that's everybody's own prerogative. Like, I'm not saying that you have to do that. I'm just making the point of like, it is something that a lot of people deal with behind closed doors, which is why I'm so passionate about spreading awareness about it. Like 1 in 4 pregnancies end in loss. And that is an extraordinarily high amount. And we're talking natural loss, like miscarriage, you know, late term, miscarriage, stillbirth, or early term, birth, delivery, and then the baby isn't strong enough to live outside the womb. And so I'm really passionate about spreading awareness for it because it's something that like nobody should have to go through alone, right? They always say it takes a village. When you have a kid, it takes a village to raise a kid, but I argue that it takes an even bigger village to get through losing one. And I think that people need to know that. When I had a miscarriage, I had the same thing. Lots of people reaching out and talking about how they had also gone through the same thing. Yeah, it is so common. So common. 1 in 4 pregnancies end in loss. I have 3 nieces and 1 nephew that are my angel daughters, same age. Aw. It has been a huge blessing getting to see them grow up, but also hurts. I can only imagine. It just got really dark in here. The sun went behind a cloud. Yeah, I can only imagine how hard that must be. Very bittersweet. I have the sweetest little picture of Celeste. Here, actually, hang on. Let me finish crocheting this round, and then I will end on showing you this picture of Celeste because it's very bittersweet, I think. And then I'll stop I'll stop with the waterworks. I don't want to bring you guys down on your Saturday. So, to everybody who is listening to this who has experienced loss, first of all, I am so sorry for your loss. Secondly, you are not alone. Thirdly, no matter what way you choose to grieve, whether it be outwardly or inwardly, neither is incorrect. Also, just PSA to everybody else, if you do come across somebody in your life who does lose a child, please don't forget about the dads. That is also very common, is a lot of people will check in with the moms, but they don't realize like the dad lost their baby too. And I guess there's like this, I don't know, societal thing about like men are like, you know, they don't show emotion, they're macho men, like they're not sad that their baby died. That's not true. That is not true at all. And also, after losing a child, it raises your divorce rate by a significant amount. I remember right after Sawyer died, we went to the funeral home, you know, to discuss what was happening with him. And our funeral director sat us down and told us, she's like, you just raise your divorce chances by, you know, to about 80%. She's like, most of the parents that I've seen who have to bury a child do not last. And I remember at the time thinking like, whoa, that's harsh. Why would she tell us that? But I'm so glad that she did, because Ryan and I were very cognizant of it, because everybody, you know, processes grief differently, right? And like Ryan and I would go through these cycles of like, when I was having a good day, he would be at his lowest, and then I would be at my lowest and he would be having a good day. So it kind of worked out where like one of us was always giving 100 while the other person could only give 1%, if that. But we were cognizant of it and like communicating with each other. This is what I need. This is what I'm feeling. And that is why we made it through, you know, and are still making it through. And I think why we're stronger now than ever. And we already had a solid foundation of marriage, you know, going into having kids, period. And that helped. And just knowing each other, like we knew each other as kids. So that makes a huge difference as well. But, yeah, so check in with the dads, because a lot of people don't, and then they feel the need to experience their grief behind closed doors, which then in turn, sometimes, most of the time, causes problems in the marriage, because then the man doesn't feel like he can show emotion, you know? Heather says, girl, you are now my spirit animal. Well, thank you. What did I say that makes you think I'm your spirit animal? I mean, I'll take it. Yes, communication is everything. And you know what? That's just the foundation for a good relationship in general, whether that be romantic, familial, friendship. Like, communication is key. You know, unless you happen to know for a fact that the other person is a mind reader and can read your mind, and you know that for an objective fact, then it's like you don't know what the other person is thinking. Like, you just got to say what's on your mind, you know? It's one of my biggest pet peeves in relationships with people is when they I don't know what term to use. They dance around, you know, and they don't say what they mean, but then they're like passive aggressive. I'm like, just tell me. I don't like playing guessing games. My boyfriend and I are the last season of watching Lost. Whenever I hear the name Sawyer, it reminds me of Sawyer from Lost. Well, Debbie, did you know that I named Sawyer after Sawyer from Lost? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I just read the second part of your message. Yep. Sawyer from Lost is my all-time favorite TV show character. He is such a complex character. His character development is amazing, and I just love the name. I mean, I was a teacher. I love history. I love literature. So, like, Tom Sawyer was something, like, I liked just in general. And then Lost, I was like, it's like the perfect name. I love it. And then I liked how we picked Celeste too, because Sawyer and Celeste, even though they start with different letters, we still have that alliteration, of the S sound. Okay, this is as far as we got in our blanket. Maybe one more day? I don't know. I think this is our last official Sawyer Stitches stream, though. I honestly feel like if I sit down and really, crank this out, I think that I will be able to get it done within a couple of hours, at least. Coastal Crochet, welcome. My son plays for a soccer team over here in the UK called Angels United. It's a team of dads who have all suffered child loss. That is so amazing. Oh my gosh, that's going to make me cry. They have been such a great support to him and Jess. That is phenomenal. That is so cool. I love how vulnerable and open you are. I love how you and Ryan as well are still vibrant and kind despite your tragedy. You haven't allowed it to turn you cold. Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's like, what can you do? And sometimes I'll get comments about my sense of humor because I tend to deal with things with humor. Like, that is definitely one of my toxic traits, is like, if I'm uncomfortable, awkward, happy, sad, tragic, I will cope with humor. I'm like Chandler from Friends. I absolutely cope with humor. And sometimes that rubs people the wrong way when I say something about my dead child. And they're like, you shouldn't be saying that. And it's just that's just my way of coping. It's like, I said this on the last stream. If you don't laugh, you cry. And I would much rather be a person full of joy and spreading light in the world than shutting down and being how I want to feel on the inside, Yeah. Catalina says, love your sense of humor. Thank you so much. And sending love from Iowa. All right. Okay, let me show you. Oh, Ryan's FaceTiming me. Was that on purpose? Celeste might have gotten his phone. To be honest with you. Let me show you this last picture before we go. I took this a few months ago. This was actually taken on Sawyer's birthday. So we were talking about bittersweetness. So if you guys don't know about Sawyer Bear, we have a little bear that we call Sawyer Bear that holds his cremains. And on special occasions, family trips, he's in every single family photo. We take Sawyer Bear with us just as a symbol, that he's always with us. And so for Sawyer's birthday, we took him to the zoo. And of course Celeste too. And I got this really sweet picture of her holding Sawyer Bear's ear. And then I superimposed on it. So this is going to make you guys cry maybe. But yeah, this picture of Celeste and her big brother. That she will never know Earthside. But I like to think that they knew each other in heaven, before she was sent to us. So, yeah. That's my Facebook cover photo. Okay, I gotta stop crying. It's after 3, so I gotta go. We've got stuff to do tonight. So, thank you guys for bearing with me for whatever the heck this has been the past few hours of, highs and lows, baby. Who's cutting onions, right, Heather? Very few people can make me laugh out loud. You do that. Well, thanks, Debbie. I know, isn't that a beautiful picture? I cherish that. Yeah, I wish that I could see my babies play. It's like sometimes I'll sit there and watch her playing by herself, and I'm just so grateful. Like, I felt this on her birthday too. I'm just so grateful that she's here and that she's healthy and she's growing, but that I'm sad because it's like still part of me is missing, It's a feeling that I would not wish on my worst enemy. Anyways, okay, well. We laughed, we cried, we crocheted, we spit out a chip onto the desk. Yeah, and thank you, by the way, to everybody who has sent me and has made things in honor of Sawyer Stitches. I will be filming a little segment when I do take those to donate. I'm just coordinating with the bereavement nurse at the hospital when she can get together. Her schedule is really hectic, so I wanted to go this weekend, but it might not be for another couple of days, maybe not even till toward the end of the month, but we're going to get it worked out, and I will include that in a little clip for you guys. So I think we're going to say good afternoon. I was going to say good night, but it's only 3 o'clock my time. Although if you're over in the UK, then good night to you. I know it's past dinner time. And I guess we'll just end on the note of I did not put on the application to the city that we were using the shed as a sex structure. So maybe we shouldn't call it the Smut Hut, because that might confuse them. If word ever gets back to the city of Greensburg that's called the Smut Hut, then they might come do a check. Unless it's like some sort of secret layer where, like, I don't know, like the couch folds up and there's like a St. Andrew's cross there or something. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. Okay, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there, and also stay hydrated. Drink your water or drink your tea if you're like me. I also need to finish eating. All right, everybody, have a great one, and I will see you on Monday, right? Pinky swear. All right, see you then. Bye.